Welcome, Cancer. This is going to be your general reading for February 2021. This is Hanged Man Tarot. Make sure to subscribe below, leave comments, questions. Please feel free, definitely. Making sure to go share, like, Facebook, Instagram, follow, whatever it is. Just go do it. Okay, so oh, hold on. You've got cards that just keep popping out like crazy people. That one there. Let's do a couple more shuffles here. All right, so make sure that you subscribe below so that you can come back, get notifications for future videos, future general readings, future love readings, current vibes. We're just going to go through a little bit here, finding those cards. Okay. Okay, well, let's see what we have here. Okay, so our first card up is going to be our Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And already I'm seeing some type of upcoming conflict. And it could depend on where this resonates in your life, but this is kind of pointing, and with the pentacles, it's just making me think financial or work. So there may be an issue at work, and with the page, you have several page cards, so you've got 3 of them, and that's usually some type of some kind of like a discussion, debate, maybe an argument, maybe something at work. Someone even could be meddling in your love life as well. So let's start though in the beginning here, and then we'll get further into this, and then we'll figure it out. Our Queen of Cups, excuse me, is going to be your past, kind of how you were feeling within the past card. And this is just kind of feeling spiritually fulfilled, really. You're kind of in a place of bettering yourself and just feeling like really good, as far as just being a human and being connected to yourself and to others. There has been some sort of an ending of a relationship within around you, future, past, current, I'm not quite sure, but it does have a lot to do with how you're feeling and why you're so clear spiritually and feeling that fulfillment, so that the undoing of the relationship obviously helped to, can the shitty feelings. Page of Swords is our next card, and this is in a reverse, and this is an air element. You kind of were feeling pretty helpless as far as your ending in the relationship went. So with these page cards, again, I'm seeing immaturity here. I'm seeing immaturity, and I'm seeing huge signs of some type of childish play. This person, though, they were not willing to admit to the end of this relationship. They were not willing to admit some dishonesty that was at hand, whether it was you or them. There was no admitting that from this person. So they're very immature in the way that the relationship had ended. So again, that's why you would be more clear in the sense of how you were feeling just recently in the past, or, month, 2 weeks, a year, it doesn't matter. So it is an air sign. So I'm again, this person that was around you was going to be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So that is something that, it could have been. Let's go to the next one. So let's get a little bit further into this, what you might have learned during this situation. So we've got our Two of Cups card. Very nice card. So this relationship might have been maybe a little bit on the quieter side when it first began. So there was something about the relationship or in the situation that made it so that you couldn't be completely honest about the relationship or the partnership when you two geared up. So really, you were kind of denying or delaying the fact that there were some red flags, the things that you were feeling that weren't great in the beginning. Those were all large red flags, and those were just, the gut was telling you, but you were not listening. So there was a delay in that. And that's another reason that you're feeling much clearer. You were feeling much clearer. But this is, something that you had learned. So you're moving on from this because you know that the delay of, listening to your heart or your gut red flags, you're not condoning that ever again. But this relationship definitely started out a little bit specific on the secret side or just kind of on the dishonest side. So that is something that you have learned through, going through the ending of that relationship. Is that things that start in like romance or will end in, maybe not. Let me start that over. So basically, when you're dishonest or there's no trust in the beginning of a relationship, you are not going to end with romance. It's going to end similar to how it began. Just you'll be on the other end of it. Okay, so currently though, we've got our Three of Swords. Really cool card. So currently you haven't quite recovered from the situation. You're still kind of like trying to figure it out and you're still trying to process that. And it's like emotionally recovering. So it's like you've been drinking all night, you're hungover and you recover. You were with an immature asshole who was dishonest, you're going to have to recover. So you're still kind of in the midst of that. So you're a little bit further away from that fulfilling feeling because when we're in a relationship, that usually takes a toll on us and it's not a wonderful thing, but again, it's a beautiful thing that you have cleared up your vision to move on with this. But yet, you're not completely moved on from the emotional wreckage. So, it's time to move on from the past issues. And all of the thought that you have, all of the things that you're dealing with, are kind of stemming from this situation. So all the things, the dishonesty, the distrust, that is currently emotionally what you're recovering from. This kind of landed more into a relationship sorts of a read, but again, this is general and whatever pops up, pops up. And this is definitely where this was headed. There is a card coming up. So we've got our Five of Pentacles. And this card's full of adversity. So this is all about the struggle and financial, some kind of financial situation that's going to be happening here. So these are all upcoming influences. So there's going to be isolation. There's going to be feeling just like pretty shitty in general, just overall because of the struggle with the money stuff. So again, the money thing comes into play when we're down. We're not dealing with something, we move on to deal with some other things. So you're going to be dealing with some money stuff and it's going to bring some isolation feelings because when you're like, struggling to like try to save, you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel alone because you're not going to be doing things with your friends or going out or going and doing this. And odds are that they're not going to stick around your house or stick around with you so that you can save money. So those are the things that we have to sacrifice. So when we sacrifice, it feels a little lonely, but it will get better. So 6, Page of Wands. This is going to be the effects of that Five of Pentacles. So the effects of that Five of Pentacles is transformation. So you're going to go from good to bad and bad to good. So you're going to feel like shit and then you're going to feel much better, So you can never feel great or you can't feel happy unless you feel sad first type of thing. It's just finding some type of an advancement within your life, trying to find some type of, a gain. So because of your feelings of being isolated, you feel regrets, especially now. And expressing when you were in a better moment is a good time to do it because you're kind of feeling a regret of feeling almost like nobody sees you. So you're definitely feeling that isolation from whatever this is. This could be a financial situation happening. The effects of the Five of Pentacles, though, the struggle definitely brings in that feeling isolated feeling. and that regretful feeling of not expressing yourself when you weren't so, in such a bad position. Now you're, when you were in a great position, you did not yell it to the world, but now that you're feeling lonely and isolated, you wish that you had. So something about maybe even socially you socially had disregarded time and time again. And now that you're in this like really, really isolated place, you're feeling like, hey, maybe I should have done more to acknowledge the humans around me. That's a big one. When when you have a difficult relationship at hand, though, or like in the beginning, you feel like it's this great thing. It's like you kind of forget about your humans. And then you break up with the person, and you're feeling a little isolated, and financially, you're trying to take care of yourself. Page of Pentacles is our outcome. So here's our last page card. It's a real nice one. So the outcome to all of this stuff is definitely going to be trying to find some kind of gain. So you want to gain money, you want to better yourself, but you're going to need to learn how to do it. So that is definitely what's going to be coming up with this. So you're feeling ambitious and you feel like you can overcome certain financial losses. And now you're finding your transformation and you're trying to learn how to gain money or be taught how. So you could even acknowledge going back to school, acknowledge some type of a financial class, or even getting together with your mother, father-in-law, your uncle, your aunt, your grandpa, and letting them teach you how to financially deal with shit. Because there's something going on that is making conflict, financial work maybe. And again, there is an immature energy that is around you, so be careful. Just keep a heads up with work and just make sure that it stays work always. Because it just appears that there's just like a lot of stuff going on here. Again, with the financials, the relationships that start weird, end weird. So Cancer, it's going to be a wonderful month, especially if you're able to find some ambition through your transformation or find some, something worth after some, feeling like you fell. Remembering to always feel that fulfillment, that spiritual fulfillment, always go back to that feeling. Don't ever forget that. Just because we're in hard times doesn't mean that we forget completely where our place of bettering ourselves is. So just you stay in the game, even though you feel like shit. Just stay in the game, though. You got to stay in the game. Little bits every day. Okay. All right, Cancer. Make sure you go below, leave comments, questions, whatever. And make sure to go subscribe to this YouTube channel, Hanged Man Tarot. I am Jordan. Again, go like and share Facebook, Instagram, follow. I would love to see you here again. Come back for more readings with me. We'll see you soon, Cancer.